What's going on, guys? Jurassic here. Today we're back to the altars. This should be a direct continuation from the previous episode on the altars, so if you guys missed that one, I do recommend checking it out. The only difference is I did build a second small storage unit in order to hold up a little bit more resources, and we also have a kitchen now that's up and running. Let's report our finding about the sheep, and then we'll head to the kitchen to make 6 meals.
Okay, I built the womb and tested the rapidium. The DNA sample provided was a little surprising, but it worked, I think. I cloned a sheep. Hello? Can you hear me? I have a sheep on board. You're responsible for 2 lives now.
Go. Successful. Really found what did this.
It's amazing, isn't it? Will you help me now?
Yes. Yeah, I did. It's fantastic, isn't it? I just have to get out of this alive to claim my medal.
You're in imminent danger. Short time remaining to sunrise.
Respond to message?
I know that. But I'm just a builder. I'm not trained to move the goddamn base all by myself.
So I guess my thing is, if we move the base, are we going to lose like all the organics? Or is it like if we move, we can come back to this area and everything will be automatically hooked back up? Alright, so this is the kitchen. They said they want 6 of us, so boom. Alright, so that's all in the queue. Then you head over to the stove here and just cook it all up. Looks like each one takes about... They say a minute, but it doesn't actually take that long. Alright, provisions are done. Start the engine in the command center. We actually about to move this. Oh, test engine.
What just happened?
Turn the level on the machinery.
Do this to me now.
Okay, so that'd be down below the airlock, so we need to go just down 1 and to the right. That'd be you?
Okay, that's sorted. Let's give it another go.
Is that all they wanted us to do? Do it again.
What? Again? Well, you have got to be kidding me.
Yeah,
Stuck in a junkyard.
we broke it.
Hey, you still there? I really need your help. I can't get out of here. I did everything according to the manual, but there's a malfunction I can't fix. I just don't know how.
Rapidium can save you. Better check data consistency and QC modules.
I don't have access to QC. Save me how?
Only the captain has access codes to the quantum computer.
Access granted.
Okay.
That was easy.
They just hand that stuff out to us like candy. I guess we are the only one alive, though. Accessing QC stored data. Mined records. Access granted. Deleting expired data.
Mine records. What's going on? Wait. I recognize this. My life.
Select life event? Alright, hold on. So, I guess we'll start with the early childhood? Childhood memories fuzzy and distant. The mining town you grew up in, rows of similar apartment blocks, the local grocery store mom worked in, the playground where you spent more time than at home. Growing up, a family like many others down there, your father coming late from work in the mine, usually drunk, always pissed off. Your mother doing her best to keep the family together. Your constant desire to run away, to get out of that place, never came back. 15-year-old was turning a blind eye. Another bad day at school, you're taking a longer route home. Hey, what's that fight about? The boy shouts for help. He's looking straight at you. You should intervene, but fear? No, better not get involved. Run back home. One day you'll get out of here. You have to. 16 and 19, wishing to escape. It's hard to study for exams when your dad's yelling behind the door. Mom doesn't have the strength to fight anymore. Something's wrong with her. She's weaker, more passive. You know you should do your best to support her, but being home is just unbearable. You count the days to the graduation, hoping these exams go well. 19-year-old at the crossroads. You open the envelope with tremendous hands. It's a good college. And it's close to home. You could visit mom regularly and get good education. You tear the paper to see the results. No, not good enough. The only place wants you is 100 miles away. You'd have to leave mom alone with him. 19-year-old moving away. You promised yourself you'd get out of here. You have to keep that promise. You can't waste your life. It's not something she'd want. And you still won't visit her. A little less often maybe, but you will visit her. 21, too far from home. It's been months since you've been home, but you can't miss the post-exam party. All your friends will be celebrating. Their company makes you feel good, like you found your place. Do you really want to spend the entire day on the train only to see mom for a couple hours before she goes to bed early, and you'd be left with this constant drunk oaf of a father? 22, seasonal job. You look at the letter, it's tempting. You work abroad for 2 months, you can earn enough to support yourself for the whole semester. You can ditch those lousy part-time jobs and focus on studying. It's tempting. You could spend some money to mom. She needs it for her treatment. 23, too late to say goodbye. You missed it. The moment she collapsed, the ambulance taking her to the hospital, it all went so fast. You missed the opportunity to talk to her when she was still conscious. You're back home, but what difference does it make? You messed up, it's too late to say goodbye. Doing it for her. You failed her. But what could you have done? Stayed behind in that miserable place to become bitter and dead inside? Be like Dad? The sense of guilt holds you by the throat. What if you ran away from it all? Ditched the college, made a fresh start, forgot. But wouldn't that be giving up again? No. Mom would want you to get on with her studies, get a good job. You have to carry on for her. Meeting Lena. Your heart pounds at the thought of the evening. You never thought someone like Lena would want to hang out with you. Slow down, it's only a project. Maybe you should get something better than beer. You could have brought wine, but wouldn't that seem like you're hitting on her? You're only teaming up for a project, but she's so different from anyone else you ever hooked up with. She likes you. You can see she likes you. Moving in together. That's it, she moved in. But is my cheap little rented flat good enough for her? Her parents would hate it, you know they would, and she knows it too. Is that why she doesn't talk to them anymore? She is not ashamed of you, is she? Whatever they think of you, you're not going to prove them wrong. Work hard days, give Lena the good life she deserves. 25, hard work pays off. You can be proud of yourself. A diploma with honors that offer a PhD is tempting. But the salary, how much longer are you going to be broke for Lena? You'll think about it later. Time to celebrate now. 26, leaving the university. It was a tough conversation, but you handled it well. Professors understood your motives. Working for a private company gives you a better prospect, and you'll finally be able to move out of the dorm and take Lena for a proper holiday. Yeah, it was a good decision. Age 27, the purgatory of 9 to 5. On the subway again, you hate the crowd, day in, day out. Maybe you could take the later train and stay longer at work. No, your boss would never agree to that. Punctuality is what matters to him, not what you actually do. Sometimes you feel all he needs you to do is punch your card, and for what? Pushing papers and pretending to get things done? Someone pushes you as you try to take a seat. Man, Monday mornings are the worst. 28, you get your dream home. You face beams as you exit the bank, hands in hand with Lena. Finally, signing the mortgage papers was easier than you expected. Maybe it's worth putting up that idiot boss for 2 years to get the place. A dream house. Lena has so many ideas for decorating it. If you hurry, maybe you can even get ready for Christmas. You'd love to see your parents' faces when they see it. Yeah, you should convince her to invite them over. 30, when crisis hits. No, this can't be true. Not now. You stare at the screen blankly. You heard the crash on the stock exchange. You heard everyone talk about the worldwide crisis approaching, but you? Laid off? How will you ever tell Lena about it? What about your plans for Christmas? 30, trudging back up the hill. Red lights, you close your eyes, listen to the city traffic. Stupid radio. All they know is Christmas songs at this time of the year. You don't want to be reminded of that when you're sitting behind the wheel of a leased cab. It's almost 6 o'clock. You promise Lena you'd be home for Christmas Eve by 5. But it's a busy night and people eat bigger tips on Christmas. 31, Lena's great chance. You listen as Lena talks excitedly. She really wants to take the offer. Move abroad, sell the house, but for how much? Would it hardly be enough to pay off the bank with the soaring rate of interest? And what about you? It's hard to find a decent job at home, let alone in a foreign country. After all the efforts you make and meet, it would feel like going back to square one. You just wish she didn't want it so bad. Asking her to stay. You're wondering if it's really okay with the decision to stay. Maybe you should have said yes. How could you? It was a crazy idea in your situation. You need to prove it to her. That was the only sensible choice. You need to get your act together, give her a better life, and maybe find a second job? Relationship problems. She's getting on your nerves. Why doesn't she just tell you it's all your fault those bills are piling up? As if you weren't working hard enough. And why does she make such a big deal of a few drinks before you hit the sack? You deserve to unwind after a 12-hour-long day of work. 33, losing Lena. You look down another bottle, and the wedding ring she gave you back to you. A job at Alley Court, freedom, finally she got it. A new, better life without you. All you could ever do was hold her down. Look at yourself drowning your sorrows in a bar. You're everything you promised yourself you'd never be. Where did you mess it all up at? 34, learning about the mission. You toss and turn in your bed. You can't stop thinking about Ally Court poster. Help us make a change. A space mining mission in search of the mysterious substance, Ripidum. It's a long shot, but it says you don't need any professional experience, and you know you need a change. You haven't managed to stick to one job for more than several months, and nothing makes you happy. You're stuck. What if it's a way out? Project Dolly. You enter the spaceship with a tingle of anxiety and excitement. You're going to space, far away from here, just like you always wanted. Far away from your problems. You'll think about that later. Or maybe you'll be gone by the time we get back. Alright, so that's everything inside of the quantum computer.
How did they get it, and what for?
So I guess we'll contact them again. I'm not sure how any of that helps us get the ship back together.
Hey, I checked the quantum computer.
What's next? Mine records?
What the fuck? Mind records? What the hell are you doing with that data? It's got everything. My whole life exposed.
My records finish procedure.
No, I want answers. Shit.
What's next?
What do you want with it?
Initiate breaching procedure.
What does it do? I'm not messing with that.
Branching? What exactly will be branching?
This is on you.
What? No way.
What? You what? Is that your whole answer?
Alter what?
Alter? Alter what?
Okay.
My life? Okay. You mean as in... Okay, wait a minute. You're not suggesting I... use Rapidium to create a... someone. And alter their mind. That's not what you're saying, right? All right. How about my other options? You jerk. I don't have other options, do I?
Initiate the branching procedure in the quantum computer.
What? What is it doing? I remember that alternate life pattern. So this is what the branching is about?
Alright, so now we have different life segments. So 19, you lock the door to your room and turn up the music. You're fed up with this constant shouting. Is this what you rejected college for? Putting up with this frustration and drunkenness? You told yourself you'd take care of your mom, but he's making it easy. Next step, you should just lock the door for him, but what would mom say? 50% efficiency when doing base maintenance. Ooh. Alright, what is the other pathway? Or is that the only branching path we can do? Alright, so it looks like you're sort of forced to take this first branching path regardless of what you wish to do. Oh, now we have like a gigantic life story. Okay. Forcing him to leave. There you did it. Not so hard after all. He turned out to be weak, begging for you to let him in. You had to be strong and assertive. Read about it online. Shut your eyes to his false promises, imagining loud music in your head. Think of mom. Her safety. There, it's done. You won't be a problem anymore. You laugh as mom tells you a joke she heard in the doctor's Waiting room, she cooked her pierogi. Man, don't you love them? Her relaxed, smiling face. She can be herself without that monster bullying her. You just wish that you could find a more part-time job to support the two of you. The prescription she bought home today is going to cost you plenty. Rejecting the offer. You smile as you walk from the mine. Dad was behind that job offer, that's for sure, trying to clear his conscience, redeem his sins. The steady job was tempting, but you were assertive again. No way you'll owe anything to him. You'll make it to your own. You always do. You hold back the tears when you look at her in the hospital bed. You know this was coming. Her health was deteriorating fast in the last minutes. You just didn't want to think about it. You hate the helplessness. You need to get your stuff together. Jan, you need to be strong for her. Promise her you'll make something of yourself. Keep smiling at the very end. You brighten up as the engine starts. Yeah, fixing things you always made feel good. Like you really can change things, make them better. Looks like you're going on a vacational school just as a parting gift for mom, but the best you could do for yourself. Feels good to become an expert at something. The boss says customers for you specifically, and he can see you replacing him when he retires. Is now feeling to be trusted, respected by another man, a mentor. He's the first person you open up to like that after mom's passing. Why couldn't dad just be like that? You try not to eavesdrop, but it's the third time this month that these fishy dudes are here talking to your boss behind closed doors. He says it's nothing, but you can see he's distracted. Doesn't look you in the eye that much, disappears for hours, leaving you in charge of the business. Is that a good thing, or should you be worried? Fake batteries, counterfeit parts, is that what we're all about? As your boss is being taken away by the police, you feel like an idiot for trusting him. Thinking that you could open up to him, well, all this time he's been lying to your face, pretending to be a friend. What a fool you've been. Treat it as a lesson, Jan. The only person you can rely on is yourself. Of course, it was a matter of time before they approached you. Now he's in jail. His words about you replacing him seem so ironic. You don't want anything to do with them, but what if you lose your job? You love the workshop, but your criminals, no assertiveness. Remember, don't be scared. You can make it on your own. As you turn the paycheck around in your fingers, you think of the mom. She'd be happy to know that you're finally making good money, working in an international factory on a contract employment. You stayed strong and something of yourself. She'd probably be worried that you're still on your own, but that's the way you prefer it. Watching the bartender pour you another one from the corner of your eye, you catch a glimpse of a figure watching you. You turn to see just somebody's coat. You smile relief. For a moment, you thought it was dad. You sip your drink and listen carefully to the conversation at the table. It's good not to have problems. 27. Your friends burst out into laughter. Their jokes keep coming to you. It's a good night. You just got your paycheck. You're buying rounds. Okay, calling these people friends is a little much. You've only just met them, but having a fun time together, right? The girl to your left's been giving you signals. Could this be your lucky night? 30-year-old financial crisis. The crisis just hit when you were starting to actually enjoy life. The whole branch is shutting down. You'll be lucky if you keep your job at all. This stupid advert just gets on your nerves. Rapidium, a magic trick to make everyone happy. Who's stupid enough to think that this is going to make a mission? You can't make up your mind. Bet safely or take the risk. Wonder who the guy is putting his money on. Wait, is that? It's him, Dad. He looks like a tramp. Of course he visits the bookie regularly. What a loser. Man, you can just hope he doesn't recognize you. Get out of here, quick, and don't ever come back. You're not like him. You got your stuff together. Project Dolly. You look in the spaceship entrance. Only fools don't change their minds. Especially if your debts are mounting, you'll be fine. You just need to make it through the mission. They respect professionals like you, and you stay strong, and you'll be alright. Alright, so that is our new alternate life. Wake up your altar. No recreating possibility due to program security. So maybe we have to start the engine now that we did that. Alright guys, it looks like that's going to be it. We woken up our alternate path line as far as I can tell. Everything looks like it's turned on, so this must be Oh, down a vent. The U-path or the JN technician? Will that fix it? No. So we've chosen the other path line here, but there's nothing else that we can actually do storyline wise to continue on. So this must be the end of the demo. It won't let me start the engine either. If anyone's curious, it just automatically says it's broke. So that's going to be it for today, guys. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.